Plea for help. Right now, a Boise woman is in the ICU in Germany. She got COVID, and that triggered other underlying health issues, leaving her paralyzed.
Her dad says she's had gastric issues over the years, and today he's sharing her story in hopes of getting help to bring her home.
Yeah, it's just heart-rending.
If you ask Billy Burns what the last couple of months have been like for his family, he describes it like this.
It has been a nightmare.
His daughter, Victoria, flew to Germany in April for a German language course.
Unfortunately, she caught COVID. She was hospitalized after a few days because her symptoms just continued to get worse, and she deteriorated to the point that she was paralyzed, couldn't breathe on her own. For 3 weeks, they treated her because they thought she had Guillain-Barré syndrome because the symptoms were indicating that.
But there was no improvement. Doctors ran more tests, and Billy says they later determined the 21-year-old has a rare blood disease.
Porphyria is not curable, but it is treatable. So they are treating her with blood infusions. It's called heme, H-E-M-E. It's a particular processed blood to clean out the porphyrins from her blood system, because it's like GBS in that it causes the immune system to attack the nervous system, hence the pain and the paralysis.
Right now, Victoria is in the ICU in a German hospital.
The worst part was seeing her so weak and frail. She's probably 85 pounds now. But it's very emotional. I guess it's just hard to accept that something can happen to someone so young, so devastating. She's in the hospital, still in the ICU, still in stable but serious condition. Sometime in the next 2 weeks, they hope to do a pneumothorax exam, which is basically to make sure her collapsed lung has okayed or corrected itself. And if it has, they will release her for rehabilitation to fly back to the States. If it is not corrected, then they will have to transfer her to a rehabilitation facility somewhere in Germany.
And she's got a months-long, if not longer, rehabilitation process, because doctors tell Billy Victoria will have to learn how to talk again.
Right now, to communicate with her, you have to use an alphabet chart and spell words out, where she'll blink or nod her head, you know, if it's this letter, that. And that's the limit of her communication right now. She still has after the intubation was removed, they put a tracheotomy on her, and now that's hooked up to a machine helping her breathe. And it's heartbreaking. I spent 3 weeks with her there before I came back, and the good news is her mother's there with her, and her good friend Jonathan.
Billy says his insurance doesn't pay for an air ambulance, so they started a GoFundMe to finance it, which he says costs about $130,000.
It's very expensive because it requires a nurse, an experienced nurse. It requires an EMT with respiratory expertise, not to mention 2 pilots and jet fuel, the whole 9 yards.
Despite the long road ahead for the family, Billy says they're staying hopeful.
She's a very strong, spirited young lady, and we tell her, hey, listen, keep your positivity, think about the future, this too shall pass, and that somewhere down the road you'll look back on this as just, you know, a bad experience, a bad dream, and things will look brighter. There's a rainbow at the end of the storm.
Yeah, and I mentioned that GoFundMe. We'll have a link to it in this story later on at ktvb.com.
$130,000.
Yeah, it's very expensive, as he mentioned, and you just feel for this family, right? Especially because she's abroad.
She's so far away.
There, right, and the mom is there right now, but you know, Billy was saying he was there for 3 weeks, but just financially, you know,
it's
he had to come
expensive
back.
for them to be there. Absolutely. Wow. And I mean, she sounds like she's really strong, but has gone through so much too. Our best to the family for sure.